JN.1 variant emerges, 7 local cases detected in China. China's AI leader Tang Shao dies suddenly, shocking revelations revealed. The era of Chinese capital flight dawns as domestic capital flees too. Economic crisis rocks Xi's supreme authority. It's all covered in today's China Truths. JN.1 variant emerges, 7 local cases detected in China. In the context of a severe epidemic outbreak in mainland China, the Chinese National Health Commission released information on December 15 about the JN.1 variant of the new coronavirus. This highly transmissible variant has been identified in 7 local cases. The Health Commission noted that individuals infected with the JN.1 variant have exhibited mild symptoms or have been asymptomatic. Despite the current low prevalence of the JN.1 variant in China, there is a possibility that it could become the predominant strain domestically, influenced by globally prevalent strains and imported cases. However, it's crucial to emphasize that the accuracy of China's officially released epidemic data has been widely questioned internationally, with doubts raised even by many Chinese citizens. Internet users are calling for confirmation of the mentioned 7 cases, pointing out a lack of details in the provided information. Furthermore, questions arise about the type of medication being promoted and whether the intent is to continue nucleic acid testing. Concerns persist that authorities may be exaggerating to boost sales of new coronavirus medicine and instill fear. The JN.1 variant surges dramatically and explosively. According to Wikipedia, the JN.1 variant was initially discovered on August 25 in Luxembourg, and it has since been identified in several countries, including the UK, Iceland, France, and the United States, with the US detecting it in September. The variant exhibits symptoms similar to other coronavirus variants, such as a sore throat, runny nose, congestion, cough, fatigue, headache, muscle pain, fever, or chills. According to the UK Health Security Agency, UKHSA, JN.1 is experiencing a weekly growth rate of approximately 84.2% in the UK, surpassing the spread of other known variants. Immunologists at the University of Manchester suggest that individuals infected with JN.1 may require an extended recovery period or may face more severe illness. British scientists predict that JN.1's transmission speed is 70% faster than all previous mainstream strains, with an infection rate 50% higher. Presently, there are reports of hospitals and crematoriums facing overwhelming conditions in China. If JN.1 continues to propagate, the future situation is worrying. Ms. Hong from Weiqing District, Xianyang City, Shaanxi Province, shares, "I didn't expect the epidemic to be so severe now, surpassing my imagination, it's another major outbreak." Mr. Tan from Badong County, Enchi City, Hubei Province, remarks, "There have been quite a few deaths in our area this year. We don't need approval for burials here. It's a mountainous area, so we find our own places. The coffins are buried deep. One to the east, one to the west, and dozens have died." China's AI leader Tang Shao dies suddenly, shocking revelations revealed. On December 15, Tang Shao, a prominent figure in the Chinese artificial intelligence sector and the founder of SenseTime Technology, passed away suddenly at the age of 55. Besides the rumor of him jumping off a building, SenseTime Technology released a public statement in the evening, refuting the rumor and announcing that Tang passed away due to ineffective medical treatment for an illness. In 2014, Tang Shao established SenseTime Technology. On the 2021 Hurun Rich list, Tang Shao was ranked 420th among Chinese billionaires, boasting a net worth of 17 billion yuan, about $2.4 billion, a notable increase from his 2020 ranking of 532nd. At its peak, Tang Shao's net worth reached $6 billion. Meanwhile, SenseTime Technology, often referred to as a Chinese AI unicorn, was placed on the U.S. Entity List by the U.S. Department of Commerce Bureau of Industry and Security in October 2019 for its involvement in assisting the CCP in violating human rights and persecuting Uyghur people in Xinjiang. On December 10, 2021, the pricing day of SenseTime's listing on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange, it was also included in the U.S. Department of the Treasury's Chinese Military-Industrial Complex Companies investment blacklist. According to Huang Jizhen, a researcher at George Mason University, SenseTime's technology primarily revolves around citywide facial recognition systems in China, playing a significant role in the CCP's Skynet project. The company has also developed facial AI recognition software services for Chinese banks and law enforcement. Huang underscored that AI itself harbors programming biases and ethical controversies, particularly in a one-party authoritarian regime like the CCP, where AI technology is leveraged for population surveillance, manipulation of misinformation, and societal control, giving rise to severe ethical concerns. Due to the prolonged economic decline in China, local CCP finances are facing a crisis. Several major players in the Chinese surveillance equipment industry have experienced a substantial downturn in their performance in recent years, with SenseTime Technology accumulating a total loss of 43.826 billion yuan, about $6.19 billion over the past 5 years. Key stakeholders, such as Alibaba owned by Jack Ma and SoftBank owned by Masayoshi Son, have significantly reduced their holdings. Additionally, as the Biden administration tightens regulations on Chinese AI chips, SenseTime Technology has undergone significant downsizing, including a 15% reduction in its workforce in August. Adding to the difficulties, Grizzly Research, a U.S. short-selling institution, released a report in late November. Faced with intense competition and CCP-imposed constraints, the report claimed that SenseTime Technology is involved in an inherently unsustainable facial recognition software business, coupled with other artificial intelligence research projects, providing little chance for future profit expansion. Combined with the information above, Tang Shao's sudden death has sparked a lot of controversy. Kai Shinkuan, an independent commentator, gave his analysis that Tang Shao's unexpected and unexplained death is both mysterious and peculiar. Almost everyone associated with SenseTime and the computer vision research community is speculating about the true cause of death. One possibility is that SenseTime consumed excessive government resources, aggressively exploited stock market investors, and the outcomes presented fell short of government satisfaction. In a brief period, several founders amassed significant wealth per capita, ultimately provoking displeasure among those in authority. Another possibility is that Tang Shao became embroiled in high-level political and economic conflicts in Shanghai and was silenced as a result. The actual reason behind Tang Shao's sudden demise may forever remain unknown. The era of Chinese capital flight dawns as domestic capital flees too. The Economist magazine stated on December 14 that China's economy is in a mess this year. Not only is the real estate dilemma difficult to solve, companies continue to default, and the stock index has fallen below the lowest level during the zero-COVID policy period. Companies around the world also have to deal with uncertain relations between the headstrong CCP and major trading partners, leading to a depressing financial atmosphere across China. The Economist pointed out that 2023 is the year to be bearish on China. The above reasons are prompting foreign investors and Chinese wealthy people who were once full of endless enthusiasm for China to quickly flee. Even Chinese companies are restless. According to data from the Institute of International Finance, IIF, a think tank, China's stocks and bonds have experienced cross-border outflows for 5 consecutive quarters, setting a record for the longest period in history. In the third quarter of this year, China's net foreign direct investment, FDI, flow turned negative for the first time, meaning that China's outward investment has exceeded foreign investment in China. The Economist analyzed that this partly reflects the fact that Chinese manufacturers are also fleeing overseas, as this helps reduce labor costs and avoid U.S. tariffs. While the overall scale of the outflow remains open to debate, some experts believe China's vague balance of payments data masks as much as $500 billion in outflows. In addition, many retail investors take advantage of their travels to Hong Kong to purchase tradable insurance policies. Although they can only legally spend $5,000 at a time, these mainland tourists helped Hong Kong companies generate insurance sales of 47 billion Hong Kong dollars, equivalent to about $6 billion in the first 9 months of this year, an increase of about 30% over the same period in 2019. The Economist points out that these Chinese funds, whether they go abroad through legal or illegal means, are looking for new investment locations, but not every country welcomes Chinese investment. In the United States, dozens of state parliaments have passed bills prohibiting certain foreign nationals from purchasing land and real estate. Canada has also passed the Prohibition of Non-Canadians from Purchasing Residential Properties Act, which prohibits foreigners from purchasing any residential property in Canada within the next 2 years, but certain groups such as permanent residents, foreign workers, and students are exempt. Golden visas, which offer residency in exchange for investment, are falling out of favor in Europe, with Ireland, the Netherlands, and Portugal considering tightening or abolishing them. Other countries, such as Cambodia and Thailand, are wary of admitting elite Chinese citizens who may have political implications. The last capital flight from China occurred from 2015 to 2016. The exodus that time was sparked by currency depreciation triggered by the stock market crash. It is estimated that in 2015 alone, up to $1 trillion of capital flowed out of China. The Economist believes that although China's capital outflow has not yet reached the level between 2015 and 2016, the outflow may last longer than that year. Economic crisis rocks Xi's supreme authority. The leader of the Chinese Communist Party, Xi Jinping, has been exceptionally busy recently dealing with economic challenges in China. Numerous economic conferences unfolded throughout the week, with observers likening Xi Jinping's actions to ants on a hot pot, indicating that the economic crisis has made his position as the leader of the CCP unsafe. In more detail, on December 6, Xi engaged in discussions on economic issues with non-party individuals in Zhongnanhai. Following this, on December 7, he held a face-to-face summit with senior European officials in Beijing to ease trade tensions. A meeting of the CCP Central Political Bureau on December 8 addressed economic matters, and the Central Economic Work Conference took place from December 11 to December 12. Even before its conclusion, on December 12, Xi Jinping hurriedly traveled to Vietnam for an official visit. After concluding the visit, he inspected Guangxi, bordering Vietnam, on his way back to China. Heightened security measures were observed in Guangxi, with residents instructed to close doors and windows, and traffic restrictions enforced from December 13 to 16. Commentator Gu Chuanxiu emphasized that Xi Jinping is currently in a situation of extreme isolation and suspicion. A perceived Stalin-style purge within the CCP's political sphere has created a tense atmosphere, with officials fearing for their safety. The economic challenges have permeated every aspect of the CCP system, and criticism of the Chinese economy has become a serious offense. China's economy faces various challenges, including a real estate crisis, shadow banking collapses, local government debt, accelerated foreign capital withdrawal, low consumer confidence, rising unemployment, and geopolitical tensions with Western countries. Mr. Gu said, the repeated emphasis on resolving real estate, local debt, and financial risks indicates Xi's administration is keenly aware of the economic downturn. Since the US, the EU, and Japan are unfavorable, Xi Jinping decided to explore opportunities with the past ally, Vietnam. Thus, Xi hastily went to Vietnam. Xi's actions signify that the economic crisis has made his position as the leader of the CCP unstable. The CCP regime, lacking economic support, is on the verge of collapse. Xi Jinping's recent actions can only be described as being like ants on a hot pot. Renowned Hong Kong writer Yan Chuango recently argued, the fundamental flaw in the national policy is the advancement of the state and the retreat of the people, aspiring to replace a market economy with a state-owned economy, initiated by who and when and culminating in Xi Jinping's hands. a comprehensive regression towards the pan-political and social aspects of the Cultural Revolution. This represents a complete shift in the general line of the CCP, fundamentally undermining the foundation of reform and opening up. If the Cultural Revolution could revitalize the economy, Deng Xiaoping wouldn't have bothered with reform. This overall trend is irreversible because Xi Jinping will not admit defeat. All the minor adjustments and patches are in vain. Domestic and foreign affairs must adhere to this overall policy, determining the inevitable trend of China's economic decline. Now the CCP's only strategy is the delay tactic, postponing the outbreak of disasters to the future. They prevent real estate companies from going bankrupt, reduce interest rates, extend deadlines for local debt, do not disclose unemployment figures, and cool down wolf warrior diplomacy, among other measures. It's all the same old tactics, a palliative. In fact, from Xi Jinping down, no one believes the economy can be saved anymore. Don't forget to comment in the section below to share your opinions on today's topic with us. If you find the information helpful, please share this video with a friend to watch together. This will be a great source of motivation for our team to produce more and more quality and reliable videos. And also don't forget to like and subscribe to see more interesting topics from China Truths. Thank you for tuning in.